I would like to present to you my class final in amateur hosting. And I wanted to bring to your attention how important it is to listen when you're in broadcasting. Being a good listener makes you a better radio host. These are lessons that I have learned firsthand from doing amateur broadcasting. Having a channel and having the ability to have a text or a text log or someone that would be able to help manage it. I also want to bring to your attention how important it is to have a writer and a graphic designer and people who help. I have tried to do it on my own and it is very difficult. So in 2015, we started Amateur Radio Network as an education tool instead of just broadcasting alone, but giving us the ability to talk to professionals and also people in the field on how to improve on being a better host and radio broadcaster. And since then, I have met people from Fox News. I've met some people in all genres of news radio. I'm very fortunate. I've been able to be also a host on a radio show, and I haven't quite got to the point of being a guest co-host. But what I can tell you, though, is that organize, having a set design, having all these things, having a studio helps keep the radio show organized. It could get very busy and hectic. I started out in 1991 as a key grip and also production assistant at WAMO, and also worked for that broadcaster independently. So there's a lot of good things you can learn from being a radio intern. The bottom line is how to make a living, how to become a broadcaster. It is very difficult to break into the radio business. That's why we're talking about radio amateur. As a profession, it's very difficult to break in. You have to really have a good following and a good crowd of people that are consistently listening. And you don't need a huge foot in the door. You just need to have a niche. And I found my niche, and then I ended up with meningitis. So I couldn't continue my radio career at the point that I was at in 1991. I had been paralyzed, and I had just gotten an opportunity brought to me to work at the Weather Channel. And I feel like I lost my opportunity because of medical reasons. I promise you this, though, if you stay with anything consistent, you learn from your mistakes. While I didn't make a mistake having gotten sick with meningitis, I had learned how to walk and talk and function again. I wasn't able to put a sentence together. I used this as speech class because people like myself need to be in speech pathology and learn how to speak again. So for me, it's a miracle. It's a miracle for me to be able to function and do the things I used to do, because back then I was unable to walk, talk, or function. I had encephalitis, and that's called swelling on the brain. So to me, everything I do with the amateur radio hosting is a teaching tool, so that someone out there may learn the lessons that they don't have to learn, go out there and find out the hard way. And working at WGIV in Charlotte, a gospel Christian station, to me was a great lesson, and I love what I accomplished since 2015 with amateur radio. I want to thank you for the time that you've given me about amateur radio hosting. Again, being a good listener is better than being a good talker.